Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Caves of Cud, where today I think we have at least theoretical solutions for all of our problems. To be perfectly honest with you, just kind of manifesting temporal fugue out of nowhere might have been all that it will take for us to have like backup solutions the against the enemy mech. And I'm kind of wondering if we should just head back there. Like, I'm torn. Part of me wants to try fighting the mech with our mech, and part of me wants to try fighting it on foot and then reconstructing our mech afterward because I'm a little bit nervous about losing it again. And we now know a method for getting sun slag. We don't know exactly how frequently that's going to work. It might be a huge pain in the ass to get another sun slag in that way. But we also have all of this. We also have all of this gear. I think I do want to use it for something. But it does seem like, so let me take a look at our mutations here. We have one mutation point that I will definitely throw into it. Oh, I could bump my ego one more. I guess I will. You know, we're definitely like in this build, right? My psychic glimmer is whatever it is. We'll throw a rank behind temporal fugue. So it produces 5 copies, and they hang out for 28 rounds. Are we better off putting on one of our, like, we have that vibro gun now. We already had the throwing weapon though, and I am wondering if that's gonna end up being better. The gun that we got that has the vibro attacks does 1d12 damage, and it leaves those plasma clouds, which are very. Oh, hey, we should probably rip that apart. Also, while we're here, yeah. So it has 1d12 damage, and it leaves plasma clouds behind, right? Because it's a spacer rifle. I'm not sure if this is the thing that we want to do. We want to jump back and forth through time and create a bunch of copies of this, or honestly, like maybe it makes more sense to copy ourselves carrying the linear cannon and then swap myself to something else, because like I don't have to use the linear cannon personally, which I find like a very annoying. But it takes twice as many actions to fire for 2d12. Like, it's probably about the same value, right? Except for the plasma cloud. The plasma cloud probably is some extra damage. I'm a little nervous about there being 5 of me creating plasma clouds is one thing. And then we have the geomagnetic disc, which has the same attack profile and does 2d6 damage, which on average is higher. It's like very slightly better than 1d12, right? I guess the question is like, how valuable is the plasma cloud? And also whether or not I can trust my. I don't know what the clones are going to do when we unleash them. Or do we want to just get in a giant robot and let the giant robot do stuff? We definitely have enough skills to go axe mode as well. Although obviously getting adjacent to that thing is not ideal, but also it will come get adjacent to us. It's not entirely up to me. So if we wanted to pick up some axe fighting skills, right? We have 600 AP or 600 skill points, which is enough to grab cleave and dismember at the very least. We don't have the strength for decapitate, and I don't want charging strike or hook and drag. I don't think they're important enough. Every attack that penetrates has a chance to dismember, but also you get the one actual press of dismember. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the plan is just stand back. We never picked up like single weapon fighting even. Fire 5 shots with your heavy weapons, sweeping over a 90-degree cone. Tank gives you... Well, tank gives us no movement penalty. Honestly, we're probably not... The other thing that's nice about the Spazer rifle is that it is a rifle-class weapon, not a heavy weapon. So we could use suppressive fire with it. Wounding fire causes bleeds. Surefire... Right, just, yeah, it does a bunch of... it's accurate. None of this stuff is, like, super compelling. Suppressive fire, keeping enemies away from us, is the thing we've been most interested in traditionally, but this thing has like a jump attack. It has a jump charge, so... I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to optimize it, because like, I just have no idea what makes the most sense. Let's... What am I doing? Let's go to the stilt. I'm not going to use the recoiler, because the recoiler puts us on one of the screens of the battle. I'm going to walk over to the stilt. We're going to reform the robot, whatever it is that we're doing. Even if we're going to fight on foot, maybe we want the robot there just because, you know, it's an extra body for the battle. Repair golem. There is no golem reshaping pad. Are you sure? Because it looks like there's one right there, and it's everything says operational. Okay, you have to use recall. Okay, I see. It only recalled with 870 of its HPs, but that's fine. Is it not supposed to be following me? Direct to come along. Okay. Why do I keep walking out of places like that? So now we go back to the freehold. Nope, I'm good. Just... I guess I could have recoiled for this. Nope. All I want to do is go back to here. We go down to the basement, we pass it all of the gigantic gear, we get inside of it and make it put on the giant gear. This is not the health station. Here we go. And I mean, like, this is a crew, right? This is a set of beings that should be capable of work. I guess, okay. Y'all are a little confused, I see that. It's sort of jammed in place here. Can I get you to move to here? The answer is no. And I'm pretty sure the answer is no because of the other ones are all in the way. They're trying not to create a pathfinding situation. Trying not to create a huge problem, but in doing so they're being a huge problem. Okay, here we go. I guess actually the thing to do here is probably... Let me direct you to enter... Nope. Sorry, let me direct you to move here, just so that there's no weirdness with this. Okay. Now, I enter this thing. Get in the chair. And then as the mech, loot all the stuff. Hamel Crab is being injured to the west. What? Okay. Is that real? Why would that be the case? Hamel Crab seems fine. Everything seems to be okay, actually. Okay, well, if y'all are good, then I'm gonna continue looting this stuff. Cool. Okay. So a gigantic visage has it has a point of dodge on it. We only have one pair of gloves, so let's put on the pair of gloves. You can't auto-equip these. Oh, because I don't have hands, they mean. They don't mean you're not allowed to do that automatically. They mean because you don't have hands. Right. Sorry. I'm gonna be fine, I guess, without these powered. I just want to put them on for the stats. Although I guess I have a lot of legs. So yeah, this item's AV and DV are being averaged across all body parts of the same type, and we have, because of 6 legs, we have 3 legs. We have 3 sort of boot slots, so we're actually only getting a third of the value. That is a shame, and we did not roll multiple boots. Not this time. This we should equip. That seems like a winner for sure. This chainmail is pretty alright. This fur cloak has a little bit of armor on it. Yeah, okay. So this is a face slot item. All my faces are my weapons, right? In fact, is my head slot a weapon too? It's the... I think so. Yeah, my Metachrome horn. So if I put a hat on, will it stop? Will that stop being the case? Can I no longer use that weapon in combat is the question. If I look at self... Well, I mean, it still says I have the horn. The head is still marked the primary combat limb. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll try it. It seems like maybe it works. And then, I mean, I guess we can equip a bracelet, which doesn't really do anything. We equip this and lose a face slot. Right 4 leg face. My faces are in weird spots. Doesn't really do anything. I'm not gonna bother with that. Again, just in case it does. Okay, but that's a little bit better. So we're AV 14, DV 14. Hamel crab. Okay, his color palette reverted, but he's okay. I thought he was maybe yellow, like as in being injured. Okay. So when we're not occupying the mech, and I am going to eject myself at this moment. When we're not piloting the mech is present and operating at half quickness. It probably can throw down pretty seriously. Can we see... It has an ability to... It has an ability to drain people's toughness, right? Is that actually denoted anywhere? It looks like maybe it's not. Because it's not recorded as a mutation. Boy, you cannot be decapitated. Seems like a hell of a regeneration perk. Oh, right. Well, I'm not going to enter the screen with the combat inside the mech in any case, right? Because I want a precog. So let me step out of this thing. That was fun. Oh, I did that the stupid way. Now the pilot seat's out here. How do I drive the golem? I hit eject instead of shit. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back outside. I'm going to pick up the chair. I'm going to pass you this chair. I hit eject instead of the get out of chair button. And maybe those shouldn't be different buttons. Here, this is yours. We're gonna now go back to the Court of Sultans, but I want to be on foot when we do it. I don't want to be in the Mac. Okay, guys, we don't really have to fight stuff here. We just go get my bearings back. Apparently become famished as well. I can't believe I'm still getting lost. All right. Okay, so first things first. Repair Golem. Okay, so yeah, I mean that. I just meant, could you please put the chair back in? Okay, so I can leave it there. I can leave it there. Maybe this is the right thing to do. I think we might have a better chance with it in the spot. And I think I am going to, because the phase cannon is going to be considerably better damage against everything on the screen except for the Big Mac. But I don't think I care about things on the screen that aren't the Big Mac. I guess the other downside of not bringing our robot with us is that I won't then be able to drive it. Yeah, that's slightly problematic. I won't be able to drive it for the other screens either, which I probably would prefer to be doing so on. So yeah, I'm not sure what the move is there. Let me pull the power cell from this if we're not going to be actively handling it, because I'm sure we're going to need those power cells for this thing. It has rad colors, I'll say that. Okay, I am going to also swap us over to axe mode here. I'm gonna grab the choppy skills. Try to give my clones like the absolute maximum chance of doing something fucking rad. You know what? If 5 of us get on that robot and it gets cleaved all to pieces, you know, it just makes it easier to actually kill it with other weapons. So I kind of want you to come along because I want you to be able to participate in the other screens. Yeah, come along. Come along. I'm not going to drive you, but come along. Okay. So it's this screen, right? It is time to do the thing. Let's fuck them up. Precog. Okay, almost nothing happened on the first turn. It's a goddamn St. Swithin's Day miracle. So I think we probably want to get engaged a little bit more. If we only have 28 turns of time with the pals, I probably don't want them to have to spend 8 of those turns running to get to target. So let's move up. But I do want to kind of separate a little bit here. I guess I can't really, like, there's no button that's like, hey crew, delta split. So I'm just gonna walk forward. Okay, that thing definitely threw some shit up in the air. That's not the button I wanted. Now my targeting has become locked again. So this is just like a garbage Knight Templar. Oh, interesting. You're still quite damaged. I mean, like, 1600 health is still a horrifying amount to have to get through, but it does help a lot that the thing is missing that much health. Okay, okay, the robot put up the protective shield right away. I get that. I understand that impulse. Okay, this would seem to be the moment. Okay, Insect Golem is draining Mecha Chana Pig's toughness. Great work. Let's fugue. I have 210 health remaining. Those are spacer clouds? Yeah, okay. Ribbons of emerald and neon lace streak through the crackling air and bloom in violent florets. These violent florets have violent ends. I'm gonna fucking hit a salve because apparently I've already taken over 100 damage. Just kind of being adjacent to the battle. The bloody clone of Sadamus lunges at the bloody Knights Templar. I'm gonna step to the side. Okay, we're all doing stuff. I think I'm seeing them throw discs. I guess I don't really know what all of the different projectiles look like. Also, everybody is putting up their force fields, which is kind of cool, but also it does make it hard for me to get a clean shot because force fields will absolutely interrupt our attacks. I should just keep this guy targeted. You know, he's kind of getting himself rolled a little bit here. Oh, shit. Fire. Unlock. Always unlock. I do not like lock mode. Okay, that shot would actually... Well, you know what? Let me start by marking him. Alright, we got a variety of powerful followers doing their best. Yeah, the high mech is flinching out of the way of the geomagnetic discs. So my team has decided the disc throwing is actually the way to go here. Oh, maybe they're right. Let's try it. I did 10 damage, I think. The insect golem attempts to take advantage of high mecha China Pig's misfortune to shank it. Hell yeah. Well, this is working. I'm gonna keep throwing stuff at it. Okay, it's definitely taking advantage of its vertical launcher. But it seems like we got this under control now. My team is ripping this thing apart. And yeah, the disc is getting very... Well, we're really not contributing very much to this battle. I'm not 100% sure, because we're not getting the full combat log. I'm not sure who is doing all the damage, but it's not the disc throwers. It's actually really hard to tell who's doing the damage. There's a lot going on. I mean, I'm sure Hammercrab does some pretty great damage. Our insect mech is spending a lot of time not that close to the enemy. I'm gonna back away from the sight of this shit. Okay, the mech jumped and we've lost sight of it. Yeah, this is a little concerning. I do not actually know where the enemy has gone. Are those friendly? Those are Barathromite chromelings, right? Yeah. There it is. Get him! You know, at this point, he only has 100 health left. We might actually be able to get there just throwing knives. Or geomagnetic discs. But I have a really clean shot here. I'm going to take it. Okay, that's better. 27 damage plasmon. The insect golem is taking a little bit of damage from the surrounding garbage, but level 10 regeneration, I think, is going to make this pretty okay. And Hammercrab heroically leaps in the way of my fire. Tell him, Hammercrab. Okay. High Mecha China Pig is down. I am badly injured again. Precog's about to run out, and I'm quite happy with the way that went, and also the length of that precognition. Okay, I think we managed to avoid that thing, and now it's just a matter of cleaning up the pilot and whatever other residual nerds are about. I desecrated a statue of an eater. I am so sorry. Was not my intent. The pilot got? It looks like maybe. Insect mech's doing fine. Yeah, this is where they landed, so. A lacquered Eigen rifle? That's pretty cool. Ah, there are still Templars alive, though. Unacceptable. Throw a geomagnetic disc at them. Oh, it bounces. That's pretty fun. We really did not spend very much time with this thing. How much power does it still have? Okay, it seems like even just a normal chem cell is keeping up with the demand that we're putting on this thing pretty easily. I thought when we threw it that it was like just taking weird circuitous routes back home a lot. But actually I don't even know why I was bothering. Insect Golem's got it under control. You're a hero, Insect Golem. I did forget about their other golem, in case you were wondering. Why is she celebrating? The fight is extremely not over. It's because I forgot that this was here. Okay, so my Gyre White is in pretty bad place. Clone of Sadamus having a difficult time for sure in life. Hammelcrab's kicking ass and completely invulnerable. Just having a delightful time out on the town here. And it doesn't seem like the throw has any chance of hitting the wrong target. The Clone of Sadamus and hired guard swipes his blade in the air, pushing his foes backward. Oh, he's long blading. Okay. Swipe in I think it's defensive stance is a push. So after I've just thrown this a bunch of times, where is it at? Yeah, the radio powered is replenishing. This thing has a remarkably low power draw. Well, that's a dead friend. And that's a dead mech, and we're kicking ass. I got stun gassed. A lot of stunning going on. I think it all sort of happened at once last time. We got stunning forced and then gassed, and let's just hold on. Let's just pull everybody out of the gas. It kind of seems like we are in better shape here. So did we lose? These things have gentling masks on. That's embarrassing. It's humiliation from their Templar masters. Those are just ulnar stimulators. It looks like we might have lost one of our clones. And if that's true... Okay, yeah, here we go. I was going to say if that's true, I want to take his stuff. I want to make sure we find and get his things, because I am curious about his things. So a ceremonial vibro Kopesh. Okay, it's a vibro weapon, right? That makes sense. A ribbon of Azurum runs through the hilt and pilots the outer arc of phantom steel. The blade's edge blurs into the script of a dead stanza. So a vibro long blade that's dealing 1d10 plus 2. I know we just spent on these axe skills, but I kinda actually like that. Does it have it doesn't have a power cell. Yeah, so it says vibro weapon unpowered. Would I have What is its penetration if it's not vibro? Because it's okay. We might want to go back to the axe after all. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take these ulnar stimulators because we don't have any, and I don't remember exactly what we are using glove-wise, but I know it's not like super special. Yeah, it's just normal flawless crystal gauntlets. I mean, it's a lot of AV. Okay, so we killed a thing. What else do we need to do here exactly to get through? We have failed we are Starfreight because I let Barathrum die. But that's got to happen a pretty fair amount of the time on these attempts, right? Like, Barathrum is not a sturdy dude. So, just find and defeat the Templar war leaders from the perimeter of Omen Porch. Okay. So is Ezra cleared? I guess here in Ezra, I definitely don't want to be using the poison cloud gun. Let me pull this power cell out of it if we're doing that. Oh, worth noting, by the way, that the power cell was extremely keeping up with the need there. It's just this weapon that has the completely insane power draw. Are we cool down here? It looks like, yeah, goats are just kind of hanging around friendly. It seems like everything's okay here. We got Hamilcrab and Sad Amos and Golem, and yeah, everything's rad. So let's just visit the merchants real quick. Y'all got anything fun? Want to teach me how to... oh, you have a detuned antimatter microreactor. I wouldn't mind one of those. How would you like some fucking garbage or whatever? Sure, I have something. How about 3 drams of... this is a pretty equivalent exchange, right? Well, I certainly don't need a gigantic steel utility knife, nor do I know where I found that. And then, like, what about some, like, blaze injectors or whatever? Here, give me some money. Alright, love a good 6. Okay, I don't think we need any of that. I think we are ready to continue. So, the perimeter of Omen Porch. Oh, the animus of a vast mind. So we just want to stay kind of generally near... Oh, there's some kind of combat going on somewhere over here. I think it's just monkeys doing monkey fighting. Am I angry? No, I am not angry at the monkeys. The monkeys are not about me. Oh, but that is a Templar. I hear a Templar to our west. At least these Daka trees are hostile, yeah. Ooh. That was certainly a wave of fire. Friend, you have invited yourself to a party you are going to wish you were not at. Pasted. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw legendary enemy colors. Oh, and I also got et by a tree. Great. What a moment for it. So that's Floy Krelipidor, Wraith Knight Templar of the Binary Honorum, Psionic Flawless Christial Longsword. Probably pretty cool. Probably a pretty cool longsword user. I'm going to teleport out of this tree, because I do not want to be in this tree. This is not a time for being inside of trees. Nor for being accidentally teleported by yonder brush. Can I tell you, I fucking hate these, like, the ubiquity of these trees. It is so hard to move around or get anything done on these screens. Okay, there's a mech down there to the southwest. What kind of condition are you in? Alright, we can save those Barathramites. And then I can force bubble you. I cannot push you off of me, apparently. That's space-time vortex. Don't care for that. So this guy has no problem just walking into my force field. Problematic. My guess is I'm probably not going to be able to intimidate him. That has not traditionally been effective against these dudes, in my experience. What do I want to do here? I can knock his weapon out of his hand. I am still in dueling stance. Yeah, let me try swiping. Nope. Oh! Wait, are you a fake-ass ghost man? That might be what's happening here. He might, this might be one of those, huh. Yeah, he doesn't even show up on my look commands. This guy is one of those ghosts. So we need to find, okay, the enemy mech got eaten by a tree. We need to find the, soldier who is wielding him. Okay, finally, the force field ended. Fuck you. Nope, you have re-force fielded. That's a very annoying trait, in my opinion. This Barathromite is doing his level best. You guys are trying to fight a ghost, and I do not think that it's having very much effect. I guess I'm going to turn my force field off because it's not. This is not a force field situation. This is a hunt down the stupid enemy situation. Unfortunately, it's a huge pain in the ass to move around here. I got treed. The good news is it doesn't take a lot of work for me to cut through one of these trees. Yeah, there's the foliage is dense enough here that I can't really keep track of where these enemies even could be. I'm having a hell of a time getting vision of this guy to kill him. I think he's the source of the space-time vortices. Hey, Golem, could you please, yeah, correct this problem? And here comes the single punch. There it is, 174 damage. All right, one kind of problem solved. Is that an astral tabby? How'd you get here? This is not where you are from, small friend. Something is caught in that tree up there. I don't know what it is, though. It's a dromad? I guess I'm not going to be able to tell with look, I don't think. Oh, no, it does let me check. It's a bloody caravan guard. So I guess there's a dromad caravan on this screen as well. Question marks down here. Tell me they're not just more trees. That's so annoying. Well, where the hell is the Templar who is wielding? He could be inside the mech. It might be the case that that mech that's stuck inside the tree down there is the source of this this ghost, and so we might have to free it and then free the guy from inside of it, and then. So I'm gonna get real close because I'm a pretty bad shot. Okay, where are my friends? I actually don't even see my friends right now. I'm gonna teleport back I'm gonna teleport back some. Give people time to catch up. That insect mech's gotta be around here somewhere. How healthy is this thing? It's not nearly as much of a threat, but it is still scary. Wow, I did 22 damage? Oh no, my Zetachrome pumps! What are you? Okay, the caravan guard has become hostile as well. That's gratitude for you. 18? What's up? We're all fighting the caravan, is what's happening. This is how we've decided to use our time. Can we please focus? There's a robot. There's a horrible, horrible robot. Please fight horrible robot. The oily temple mecha disarms Sadamus of his Kopesh. Oh no! That is going to make him less effective at combat. Okay, my attack is doing Very little. It's getting intercepted by the ghost, which is weird because the ghost, like, the whole point is that my attacks pass through this ghost, right? So I should be able to attack other targets. But the dude is, like, jumping in front of me and consuming the hit. And that's really annoying. Hamel Crab, buddy. Are you losing to a salt? Oh my god, because he can't get through the saltback. Right, because they're kind of like glass cannons. Where the hell is my robot? Is there any chance I could get you to focus on this mech? Nope. Okay, this is a little better. Oh, the robot. Oh my god. Friend, help. Please help. The insect golem can't hear you. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's true. I need a new plan. Is the name of that plan corrosive gas? It's been a minute since we've used the corrosive gas for corrosion. Can I beguile this ghost to get it to leave me the fuck alone? Now that Hamel Crab's dead. No. The place where my mind should be is blank and smooth. Because it's, yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I get why that would be. Well, I can... you know what? Temporal Fugue. It's off cooldown. Hey, 5 of me. Resolve this problem, would you? Good luck, y'all. Figure it out. I mean, the thing's starting to lose health. I'll tell you what, the Mies really just love to throw the geomagnetic disc, and I think that's actually pretty fun. I had not really... it's just bouncing around and hitting all of the trees. I had not really thought about... Because I guess partially because I didn't understand how the disc worked. I didn't really thought about like a bunch of my clones each throwing discs and having the discs bounce all over the place. Is that an apple farmer? It's a water vine farmer. Where did you come? You should not be here, friend. This is not a good place for you. Alright. Dismember's not grayed out. Okay, yeah, I don't have an X equipped. It's weird that it doesn't gray out, though. The thing's starting to take really significant damage. I think I'm just gonna, like, back off and just let it chase me. My team seems to be getting the job done. It'd be really nice to keep the thing targeted, though. Okay, so some of my clones are using the phase cannon. Okay, now we just need to get vision of that guy. Wait, why is it not letting me look? There we go. You're just a normal Knight Templar, it seems like. I got EMP'd, so my visage turned off, which is like, kind of annoying. This is not a great moment for that. Okay, golem pasted problem. And it continues to paste. In fact, it seems to be the primary method of conflict resolution on this screen. Is it killing the saltback? Wait, what did I learn? Acting against a prohibition on the practice of worshipping the stars, Reshef led an army to the gates of Almanporch. There he defeated his brothers in battle and liberated its citizens, and they crowned him the Sultan of Qud. Huh. It's fascinating that that would be a thing we've never heard of before, and the Templars showed up to the battle with armor emblazoned with, you know, scenes reminiscent of that that story. That's actually really, really fucking rad. Let me force bubble. All right, the stupid ghost is still gonna... Whatever. The ghost can do what it wants. I guess I I can throw my disc at this thing, but it's not... I'm not going to do meaningful damage. It does seem like my golem is winning. Let me try to blow up these caravan guards real fast. Just reduce the enemy density a little bit. Phase cannon will certainly do that. Right now, this fight is... I hate that I can't see the other creature. This fight's going very well. It turns out having a small amount of damage output against a regeneration 10 golem, not a real strategy. Okay, there's some kind of fighting going on down here. The ghost is not bothering me anymore, so I think... Yeah. Okay. Well, great work, Bearthromite. Thank you very much for this. That cat is following me around, but can't attack me. Okay, I think we finally did it. And we finally killed all of the dudes on the screen, and it turns out there wasn't a legendary here. It was just a bunch of Templar. Okay, well, I guess that means we need to step up onto the next screen. I'm a little so I know that it almost can't matter, right? But I'm a little bit looking around for if there were saltbacks and there were oh, I should be trying to collect blood too still. If there were saltbacks and there were caravan guards, then, you know, stands to reason that there was a Dromad merchant somewhere around here. And if that's the case, then we should probably try to find his corpse. Unfortunately, corrosive gas has made it difficult to tell where the bodies are. Alright, this is a body. It's definitely not anything interesting. Okay, this is the one. So I automatically picked up congealed salve. I picked up all the food. 2 Taco Supremes. Yeah, okay. What else is on this tile? Okay, I was kind of, if I'm being honest, I was kind of hoping for, I mean, obviously I was hoping for, like, metamorphic polygel. But I would certainly have settled for an antimatter power cell. Okay, so at this point, the team has been whittled down to just me and my golem. Okay, the tabby is continuing to act like it could be a problem. I'm gonna talk this cat into joining our team. And that was a Priscillitize, not Beguile, so we still have Beguile. And then I'm gonna precog before we step up. Oh, I didn't look at the jeweled sandals, did I? What's up with your cool sandals, buddy? A shining jewel, container for gigantic melancholies and gigantic mirths alike, is beset inside a strapped sandal of shade leather. Okay, the answer is nothing. They're just sandals. Okay, this is a little scary. What's going on here? I have been hampered? I'm not sure why I'm like sparking. There's a scary sound on this screen. A stasis field is being generated. We have a phylactery squire. Okay, this is just like a whole class of dude. We don't run into these guys very often, but apparently they did bring all of them to the attack on the spindle. I should perhaps change the power cell in my gun out, probably. I should have done this before we came into the screen. Okay, I did get EMP'd. It's not showing the EMP status on me, but some of my gear has it. Well, lasing this guy is almost certainly... Yeah, okay, got him in one. Does that sound the stasis fields? Squish. Look, new father. Okay, that's a red gel. Don't care for that. This is just a random domesticated gyre white. Oh, face cannon's all fucked up right now. But you know what's not fucked up is my ability to use my brain as a laser gun. Actually, you know what? Oh. A chaotic swine cherub. Whenever this creature attacks 50% of the time, the fates have their way. I am going to attempt to beguile this creature. It worked! The dream wren to the northwest breathes a cone of sleep gas. We've never had to fight one of these things before. I'm going to step out of the gas. Or at least attempt to. Alright, something exploded. That's probably good for us. Oh no, sorry. Don't try to dominate a creature right now. I do not need to abandon my body at this moment. What I need to do is continue contributing to the combat. Gun is still not available. These are just like basic Knight Templars. These should burn down pretty fast. That thing there is a lava gel. So I definitely do not want to get touched by that. In fact, this might be a good moment to engage the force bubble. And then as soon as my phase cannon is off cooldown, I will phase cannon the shit out of that thing. Okay, sorry for the weird cut there. There is strange stuff happening in this room. So we need to kill. Also, I'm poisoned and I'm taking active poison damage. We're still really high on health. Just need to keep an eye on it. I did not EMP shield any of my gear before we came in here, and I should have thought better, and hopefully I will remember to fix that after this screen. Boy, this Knight Templar is just not taking damage at all, huh? 5? Okay, my visage clicked back on, so maybe... There we go. Gun is available again. And then the visage clicked back off, because all of a sudden... Yeah, weird. Ah, legendary? Ednot Fimand, Knight Commander of the Holy Temple. Are you real? Are you on my target list? I guess is the most critical question. Yes, that is for sure a real one. Well, I'm going to totally get him, but, you know, first... Oh, never mind, the golem's got it. I suspect this will be handled presently. I'm helping. Oh, now I've caught fire somehow. Oh, I probably stepped into lava. Because I stepped closer to the corpse, but I can't see shit because of my force field. I am trying to not actively be on fire while also being constantly taking damage from acid. My ambient temperature is somewhere in the 800s. I'm covered in lava. I stepped in lava. Okay, I am cleaning self. Stepping out of tile. Stepping out of tile again. Look at self. No longer covered in lava. My shoes are still covered in lava. Okay. So if I hit clean again, does that... Okay, that got the lava off of my shoes. Move again just to not be in the same space as any amount of lava. What do we have here? A legendary High Dervish of the Sightless Way. Not a great moment for it, if I'm honest. Okay. The Dream Wren died. I don't know that thing has seen me. My golem's over there by it. I am going to continue to try to bring my temperature down. I'm not going to end my precognition. I think on the whole, actually, things have gone all right. I know it doesn't necessarily seem that way. Paste that guy for getting too close. Temperature is coming down. Yeah, look at that. We're getting big chunks off of that. I will no longer be covered in fire any second now. Okay. Let's very quickly hit a salve injector. My robot's out there doing the Lord's work. Honestly, at this point, maybe I should just be in the robot. It is almost certainly the case that I am not contributing as much as that robot is contributing. Okay, I'm watching out for the red death Daka that is nearby. Is this fungicide? That's defoliant. Honestly, the defoliant fully on my team, as far as I'm concerned. He dodged. Okay, I've been frozen solid. Well, I can still shoot my brain lasers at people. Although it's going to be tricky to hit that guy for 270 damage with a handful of brain lasers. Yep, and in fact, I'm not doing it. This astral tabby is still phased. So it wants to fight this guy, but doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Okay. Never mind. Did he in fact die? Because my reputation with the Seekers of the Sightless Way changed tremendously. Oh, you know what? It was probably the, it's probably the cherub. Alright, now I have to wait for my ambient temperature to rise. Because I am being made a fool of on this screen. Things are going terribly. Tip, tip, tip. There we go. Okay. So, you have items. Could you hand me back that chair? Okay. Now, while I am adjacent to you, I'm going to enter. I can't move. What I can do is drag this chair slowly across the ground inside here. Here's a question. Can I make the chair willowy? Is that one of the kinds of items that I'm allowed to make willowy? What if I just... It is one of the items. Oh, and it's only 1, 2. That's incredible. Yeah, that was not efficient. That did not work. How heavy is the chair now? It was 100 pounds before. Where is it? It's possible that making a chair willowy doesn't... It's just not, you know... It's not quite the same thing. Willowy pilot seat, only 25 pounds. Huh. I don't think it actually did that, because my... I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, what I was saying when I was saying I could just drag it was this. I can get it and then drop it again. Okay, now it fixed it. So if I just drop the pilot seat right here, does it now work? Yes. Just have to plug it back in. No big deal. All right. Are there... accidentally kill a red death Daka when it attempts to interact with me? Cool. A wine weep. I'm so glad that I know about that now. This very annoying creature is following me, and it's flying, and I cannot harm it. It shouldn't be able to melee me if it can... I don't have a ranged attack. I actually can't do anything about this. How did a mushroom get eaten by... Uh-oh. The aching world moan of the Nephilim resounds, and your body throbs in the electric air. It has arrived to the east. That's fucked. That should not be a thing that is happening. Okay, so... exit pilot seat got pushed onto a second bar is the reason that I did not, the reason that the thing happened before, because I didn't. We don't need to be able to turn off the step sewers. They're not turned on. They're not turned on a bull. I also don't need recoil and recoil to the core to the Sultan, each to have buttons on the first bar, frankly. All right, I'm going to exit the pilot seat. I'm going to step out of the robot because I am hungry and I've been hungry this whole time. And apparently I can't cook with these hostile creatures nearby. I can definitely kill this tree. There we go. About damn time. Okay. Now that that's dealt with, I think we are going to fight from inside the robot for a little while. I think I'm just not doing enough out here. If I could be directing this thing to behave more sensibly, probably get a lot out of that. Although obviously I can't precog while we're in here, so. It's one of those punch-in trees. Okay, this area looks Templar free. But it does have another one of those annoying nearsighted bugs. Okay, area also looks Templar free. Here we go. Is that a goat? It's just random goat folk. Okay, so they got more mechs. Well, that's delightful. I think we did it, friends. I think we've happened upon the correct set of units for this challenge. All right, a lot of grenade throwing going on here. Don't run. The cowardice. I should probably be charging directly for their max, honestly. Because, yeah, we hit for a lot. And on one swing, we're getting multiple weapons in some time. And, yeah, I don't think that the, it doesn't seem to me that the wearing the thing on our head has disabled the use of that weapon. I think we're doing just fine. Oh, I got confused. That was a pretty good grenade. So I can't quite tell where this Templar is. Alright, there's a lot of Cyclopean gibbons running around here fighting trees. And I don't want to diminish their struggle or suggest that it's not important. I just want to make sure that we got all the Templars. They do seem to be sort of irrelevant to our situation. Okay, I think we're Templar free. The Barathromites here are holding it down, fully in charge. So we have 2 more legendaries to find and defeat, right? I don't love how much kudzu there is here. Kudzu is a supremely annoying plant. No, I know. I see that it's there. Okay. Killed him even while confused. Yeah, and our rate of health regen is, you know, as you might imagine, significant. This is not a real dude, though. That's a Wraith Knight. Whence? Who has the phylactery? Somewhere there's going to be a phylactery knight. Is it you? Is this what phylactery knights look like? It is indeed. Okay. Bad news, friend. Hold on. His phylactery was painted. Okay, that's not interesting information. Oh, out of nowhere. Implanted Chastabel Jorodok. So we did hit pretty hard there. Yep, okay. Problem resolved. I do not think that the Templars care for me very much. I think they probably are not. They're not big fans. An ontological anchor. Yep, cybernetics credit wedges. That makes sense. All right, let's go shut down that mech. Oh, I don't think you should have charged me. That doesn't seem wise. So every time we hit the enemies, we are draining their toughness. Oh yeah, you can see their max HP decreasing pretty considerably with every strike. Yeah, this thing has lost almost half of its max HP in the time that it took us to punch it to death. Oh, wait. Okay. Thank you, Cherub. Yeah, the Cherub has been a huge asset. What a... I don't know where it came from. I don't know if they brought it or if it spilled out from the inside of the tomb, but man, very helpful. Okay, the screen looks like it might be Templar free. So we only have one more Templar on our kill list. But obviously I do have concerns about the Nephilim to the east. I'm assuming when it says that it means on the east side of Omen Porch. Which means that it could theoretically be anywhere around here. So I think there's a chance that this is a good time maybe to step out of the pilot seat and maybe go on foot for precog and additional safety measures for the next couple of screens. I do think we are more powerful when I am fighting separately from the Golem, because we're both individually very powerful units. I did not press precog. I'm going to now because we hear about 1,500 terrifying enemies in the immediate area. We stepped onto the screen. The Temple Mecha 1A switches to dueling stance. My Kopesh buzzes. So is it vibro weapon capacity booting? Okay. So it doesn't need... It's got a 0-point energy collector. So it doesn't need my help. It just... Okay. Or it doesn't need any power. It just takes a second to turn on, I guess. Now, I'm adjacent to an irritable palm, but we're neutral to trees now, I guess? But the red Dakas, I don't know. The Dakas definitely still go after us. I'm going to ask you to try to shut this guy down as fast as possible. I wish we had better area effect weapons, looking at the cluster of enemies down below us. I wish I could project my corrosive gas. So, there are two things that have the sprite of a phylactery knight. And then that's a glitter mensch for some reason, and... Okay, I've been frozen. I'm going to shoot brain lasers at the phylactery knight. I think that's the biggest... I'm going to force bubble, and then continue to shoot brain lasers at the phylactery knight. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to shoot him with my fucking gun because I unfroze. Are you my other legendary? Grand New Father Bedrig. Yes, I believe so. That Red Death Daka drew a whole stasis field by itself, which is pretty funny. I'm never going to be able to hit that phylactery squire at this range with this gun. But I can brain laser it. Okay. So that should be all of the ghosts. Oh, you're EMP'd. That sucks. Alright, well, I'm going to try to bring down as many of these these littler Templar guys as I can. Okay, the insect golem is back on its feet and is multi-attacking. That was a crazy number of attacks there. Oh, I was stunned for a few turns, I guess. It looks like our golem attacked like 12 times between my button presses. I don't know how clear it is to y'all what is between button presses. Distantly to the east, a domesticated Lithophax is turning a tree to stone. Alright, can I hit the new father with... I did. Did I contribute? Did it matter? Did it help? Where's my last attack here? Tortoises are now indifferent to you. Cool. Yeah, geez, so much stuff happens every turn. Let's see here. I fired somewhere. I hit the insect golem for 39 damage. And then it ripped Father Bedrick apart, draining all of his toughness, and yeah, okay. Alright. Someday I will be able to participate in combat in a meaningful way. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw a geomagnetic disc at this... Well, actually, is this guy really hot? Yeah, he is, okay. Because these guys are not... they're not very tough. Right? So... Failure glyph. Failure glyph. It's not out of power. Why is it failure glyph? Huh. Can I do it now? No. Oh, maybe I can't get through the Oh, hey, that's the Knight Templar from inside the mech. We should deal with that. I don't know that the rest of my team is aware that dude's over there. Kablam! Wow. Okay. Kablam? Why are you so good at living? Okay. Mech pilot handled. And now I throw the thing. Yes. That did help. And in fact, I killed it, I think. 4 damage. Causing it to drop a rough topaz gemstone. Underneath the boulder, presumably. No. Let's keep what has happened here. Oh. Gemstone. So, okay, my Khopesh keeps humming and buzzing and clicking. Is it, like, turning on and off a lot? Is that what's going on? And also, why would that be the case? Okay, well, good work, team. Turns out we have done the damn thing. Oh, wait, there's lasers. Yep, there are, in fact, still Templars. Aha! There's no escape from the brain laser. And then this is this... Yeah, they're throwing spring-loaded turret grenades at us. Is this a hostile... A blast cannon? Okay, let's be rid of that. I guess that Tinker must be not on my side. It's weird. Usually they're just robot reputation. So usually they are cool with us. Ow. So we're getting caught by the edges of blasts from these things because they're very annoying. So very annoying kind of turret. Tinker get blasted? Oh, well, we're definitely still getting shot from somewhere. Oh, I see. This one is still alive. And also there's one up here. Stop. Please stop doing that. Yeah, part of the problem is that they are there are enough of them alive that they're able to trade off shooting us at a pretty high rate. Okay. This is an annoyance more than anything. Obviously, I'm not, like, taking really meaningful damage. I'm going to teleport over there. This thing has 6 HP. Jesus Christ. No, don't. One of the really annoying things about your targeting being in lock-on mode is that it will very frequently just like snap back to you for reasons I've never understood. That's a broken antimatter cell. Damn it. Okay, I can't. I'm seriously getting shot every 2 turns. Alright, the thing is finally dead. I thought I saw the words antimatter cell for some reason. Let's see if we can find... I'd be willing to fix one. If we can just... Okay, here, give me... AB8. Yeah. Sure, it's fine. Get... Quad of machine and folk. No, don't... What? Repair? Is it not a book? Why would I need to... I guess books have HP too. You don't usually see their HP. Okay, my insect golem is still alive and well. Everything's fine. I'm assuming that applying radio power to this thing is going to require an 8, a 4, and an 8. Well, you know what? We got them. This is the whole reason that I gather these materials, so that we can do things like that. Let me EM shield a thing or two, if we can, as well. Real quick here. Yeah, my disc. I think that makes sense. I would love to shield my gun, but it doesn't look like it's actually... Here we go. Jacked phase cannon. 5 and an 8. Absolutely worth it. The visage would be a 5 and a 6. Totally. Totally. That's an annoying thing to lose. Kopesh would take a 5 and a 7. We're not actually using it. I'm not hitting people with my melee weapons at all. Alright, let's put ourselves back over close to the wall before we move forward. Because I would like to be in a position where I can't be totally surrounded. And let's rest until yield. Which I feel like I haven't done in a while. Boy, it takes a minute to recover this much HP, huh? Alright. So as soon as that's done, we'll move on and hopefully... I mean, like, the cherub and the golem are both doing horrifying amounts of damage. Really, really upsetting the natural order of things. I'm going to start a vision before stepping onto the screen. We're going to find that I did not need to. There is nothing happening here. Just trees. Okay. Better safe than sorry. That's a lot of Red Death Dakas. There are so many fucking combat trees in this environment. It's wild. We're gonna wait 165 turns so that I can do the same thing again with the precog. There is no reason to step onto one of these screens unprepared. I think I must have just gotten, because like if you consider the difference I must have just gotten really absurdly unlucky the first time we stepped onto the screen with the legendary mech, where like it and the guy who's shooting, who had the stun grenades and stuff, like they just did a bunch of overlapping dazes and stuns and kept me stunned for a really, really long time. But boy, what a way to get unlucky. Okay, I'm gonna know a Nephilim when I see one, right? Stupid trees. No, we're good. For whatever reason, this thing is reading as an active enemy. Hey, look, bananas to harvest. That's fun. Once again, we don't have to care about that. For real, that's fine. The tree is not going to come get me while I'm waiting for my precognition to come off cooldown. That is not how trees work. So Omen Porch is larger than a single parasang. Or the spindle, rather, is larger than a single parasang, it seems like. We've definitely moved at least 3 screens vertically on the other side when we were going upward, and that's in addition to there being corner screens. This is quite a large area. Psychic presence foreign to this place and time. Holy shit, there are so many trees that I can't see anything on this screen. I kind of want to, I'm getting passed around by these Red Death Dakas. I kind of want to just, like, throw some defoliant here. Okay, so there are actual enemies somewhere. No, that's cool. They know where I am, but I don't know where they are. We're getting, like, weird, like, pulses of color running around our vision, which is concerning. What is happening? My cherub went somewhere. Is this the Nephilim? Is this what it's like to be in the presence of a Nephilim? Why is this banana grove so dense? Who would do this? Random yonder brush. Trying to not get yondered. Oh, I tell you, a little bit of... Okay, hold on. That's something. There's some kind of thing. I want to get vision of it without being right next to it, but I don't... That seems like it's not happening. Okay. Hi. Gersh Agelgot. Oh, like the Gersh Agelgot. A creature of immensity mounts the upper eye line. The monstrous slumping head is moated with warts and freckles, and a soaking waddle rains putrid sauce on the floor. Years of slouching under pipeworks has smashed his diacalyptus spine, and the sponginess of matter has left him boiling and sick from his surroundings. Finally, iris dual light churning under his TX glass skin is filtered to a sickening hue and radiates out of body in lituous spirals. He is loved by the Gersh, but disliked by trees, on account of one time he ate a tree. I'm going to leave the immediate area. This is my plan. That was cool. I didn't know... I know stuff like that can happen in CUD. We're gonna go back to the previous screen, obviously. Sprint. Okay, hold on a second. That is a fascinating... Oh my god. Okay. It followed us onto this screen. Well, I would rather fight it here, for sure. Although I'd rather, you know, obviously, withdraw from the screen that it's on and come back on a tile that's closer to it. Because what I actually want to do is have my team be closer to it. Okay, it seems not to have followed us here. So that's a hell of a thing, huh? Yeah. Can I rest until healed here safely? Nope, it did follow me. Fuck. Alright. Well, the good news is, like, we're close enough that my dudes can get on it now. How much... I didn't even look at its stats when we were looking at it before. 4,000. Reflectively shielded. That's fine. We're probably going to be dealing with it with melee combatants mostly. Not me. I should probably just get in the mech, huh? Yeah, I should probably get in the mech. Reality stabilization operational. Reflect projectiles operational. I might not be able to... But I was able to teleport away from it. Yeah, we could probably just... Okay. Alright. There's a lot of everything. A lot of everything is what's happening right now. Actually, you know what? Since our teleport's off cooldown again, can I break screen to the north here? Enter. Okay. How you doing? You're pretty healthy. You're phased, of course, so none of all of this is rolling off of your back. Ooh, okay. I'm scared. Is anybody else scared? I hope that's not, like, too cowardly, but this is legitimately worrying. This is a fascinating, like, the game has taken on this intentionally retro appearance, right? And it is fascinating to see where they break into more modern graphics to give things a sort of like a terrifying appearance in combination with everything else appearing so old school. Like it is a thing that truly seems not to be of the reality that the rest of this stuff is of, and that is so rad. Out of curiosity, are we clear on reclamation? No. First of all, we are told we must remove the beast slouching, so I guess we will. But we did not actually kill Ednut Fumand? I thought we had. Well, we can go back and worry about that after. This has to get done, so may as well. All right. Agilgot starts to shine over the full spectrum. What I'm trying to do is be close to it. Oh, my man got teleported. Okay, here we go. Did you create a hive? A Gershling Kresh. Okay. So the Gershlings individually are not going to be very dangerous, but we have to remember the point of the Gershlings is almost certainly just to get Swarm Alpha and Swarmer running. I am going to refresh myself on my abilities. So Shank is a melee attack with a short blade in either your primary offhand. If you hit, the attack gets +2 to penetration rolls for each negative status your opponent suffers from. And Hobble is an attempt to apply a negative status effect. So we lead with the Hobble. Only 119 damage. I mean, like, that's a lot in a sort of an objective sense. And I am leeching toughness as well, but it is definitely worth noting that it's going to take me a minute to get there at 100 kills, 100 damage per strike. And every every time my cherub gets over to him, he just teleports it away. What an asshole. That, you know what? Never mind. We're doing just fine. We're getting multi-strikes sometimes, and this is actually working. I am actually like totally kicking this thing's ass. Now that I was able to sort of abuse the screen borders to get onto it. And then Shank has like a really low cooldown. And we step out of that. That's so fucking cool. Ow. Okay, couldn't get out of that one. Don't you run from me. I don't even want to take the time. Like, Rejoinder is going to cause me to accidentally... Yeah, 40% chance you make a free attack. So Rejoinder is going to cause me to accidentally kill the little ones quite easily. I'm not even going to spare attacks for them. We're just going to stay focused. Here comes the cherub. One of them rusted my armor. Cherub gets teleported across the world. Friends, we just killed an actual Nephilim. A sphere of light in the court of Agalgot radiates away. You feel it absorbed elsewhere. The Gersh do not care for this behavior. My reputation with trees increased. Okay. Oh, it has a thing. The bloody circle of light in the court of Agalgot. Grants 2 Chelepet. Pick that up, please. We're going to figure out some things about that later. Is that hive still around? No, okay, it looks like it got. Okay, apparently I did not kill somebody. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that little red wagon. Those were some extremely cool effects. I am a big fan of that fight. But it turns out our insect golem's actually pretty good at the job. I was really worried. After we got blown up the first time, I was really like, oh, I made a bunk golem. This is not good. But yeah, things are turning out okay. So shoot, I don't remember which screen that particular enemy was on. You know what? Actually, let me exit pilot seat. Step downstairs. Let me take from you this thing which you can't equip. Both of the suits of armor got rested, huh? I will also take this gemstone from you. Yeah, pass me the chainmail. I will fix this chainmail. Yeah, DD, easy enough. I probably could tinker some useful stuff onto this armor, actually, but at this point, I do not think it is terribly important to do so. Alright, get back in there. Okay, and it's smart enough to equip it automatically. Stupid armor rusted. We have been fighting around. This battle of Omen Porch has gone on for like multiple days at this point. Huh. Are we sure I didn't kill this person? I feel like I killed this person. We definitely saw them. Monkeys are fighting something up here. Okay, it was a tree, I think. But now, like, we've almost backtracked through all the screens that we saw, and nothing. I might have to, Oh. Is that you? That is you. I got terrified. The golem is too afraid of this person to fight them. There we go. Okay. Quest complete. Also, favored by the villagers of Talia. Yes, quest complete. So, all that is necessary is to engage the ascension mechanisms of the spindle, which I don't 100% know the meaning of. Hi, everybody. I just killed a god. A Gersh is effectively a god, right? Turns out those things were not just a story, quite real, in fact. Pretty cool. Big lasers. Big lasers. You know, honestly, maybe this is a good time to just call it for today. I don't. What am I supposed to be doing? Call it and let me just recover my mind for a second here. Obviously, Barathrum is the person that I would want to ask about this. Like, how do we engage the ascension mechanisms? I'll figure it out. How about I'll figure it out? I think I've earned a little break here. I think I've earned a little bit of respite, don't you? That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. We did some fucking work. All of our problems solved. And now we have a new problem, which is that two new problems. One of which is that I let Barathrum die. So, when you come back next time, we will be ascending the spindle. It is finally happening. And then, I'm very, very curious to see what's going on with that signal at the top of it. And we'll see you then.